Good morning, everyone. We are going to stand and do the first chant together this morning. It's a David Young song. It's "My mind is clear, my mind is calm." So we'll just be repeating that mantra, that affirmation, and also mixing in some ohms. So we'll start with the ohms. Everybody takes a deep, deep belly breath. You can yawn to tap into that. And another one. Let's just om together. Om. Om. It's the frequency of the universe. Om. Om. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is
That's on video.
clear,
Yes.
my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. Om, om. Om. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. My mind is clear, my mind is calm, my mind is clear, my mind is calm. Can be seated.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CCL. Thank you, Ginger, for opening our service with such a beautiful spiritual vibration. We have a very special service this morning, and I want to ask each of you to just connect your awareness into your heart and give a heartfelt welcome to Venerable Bhante Wimala, who is here with us today. And many of you are longstanding dear friends of Bhante's. And some of you may be new to CCL and maybe you don't know him yet. So just to give you a little introduction, he's a Buddhist monk. He comes from Sri Lanka, but he makes his home in the U.S. in Princeton, so he's a neighbor of ours as well. And he devotes his life to serving others, right? That's his mission in life, and he has traveled all around the world helping people that are in need. And he's a teacher, he's a spiritual leader, and he's also a visionary. And he has a threefold message. And his message is really the same message that we have here at CCL. And that is why sometimes he refers to CCL as his spiritual home, because his message is one of inner peace, right? And we all strive for that here at CCL, right? And through inner peace, we can cultivate harmony with others. He calls it social harmony. And we do that by transforming ourselves, right? By shifting our heart into love. So he's here today to share that message with us. Just very briefly, I just wanted to give you a little bit about, welcoming a revered being, a Buddhist monk, to our community. And we really want to be in reverence and devotion because Bhante's consciousness is in the awareness of the divine, and he really walks through the world in that consciousness while he is serving others in places where there are environmental disasters such as earthquakes and cyclones and things like that. But he really is a person of high awareness, so we want to give respect to that. And so he's also from the Sri Lankan culture, which is very different from the culture here that we have. We like to hug and kiss and shake hands and all that. But especially with the monk, we want to be respectful of, interpersonal space, so we keep our distance, and we really show our respect and our greeting to him by just putting our hands close to our heart with a head bow, and that shows our veneration for the awareness that he carries and shares with all of us. So with that consciousness, again, on behalf of myself and Reverend Paul, and we don't see the Zoom screen here today, but I want to welcome also all of you on Zoom, and on behalf of Reverend Catherine and Reverend Ken, who are moderating the Zoom room today, again, I say welcome. Thank you. So I'm going to invite all of us to just bring our awareness back into our heart. Right, and let the busyness of the morning just evaporate, and pay attention to that inner truth that we recognize as the essence of our being. And in this awareness, we recognize only God. We see only oneness. We feel and experience unity with every other being on this planet and in the universe and the metaverse and beyond. There is only the one, and I am that right here and right now. And that is the message of this service. And I invite you all to feel that through our beautiful music shared by Ginger Coyle today, and Bhante's spiritual message, and the sharing and the love and the community that we are here together with each other. Thank you.
Because I love to do that. I was told that the talk today and the theme of today is reconciliation. So when I thought about what Beatles songs are reconciliation, we can work it out, is what came to mind. So you might know this. If you're able to stand, please do. Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can't go on? Well, you see it your way. Run the risk of knowing our love may still be gone. We can work it out. We can work it out. Think of what you're saying. You can get it wrong and still you think that it's alright. Think of what I'm saying. We can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's still a chance we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
Thank you, Ginger. That was beautiful. Today's inspirational reading is entitled The River of Life, from the Lessons of the Lotus, written by the Venerable Bhante Wimala. In Sri Lanka, we often compare human life to a river. When river water falls down the hills, it creates a beautiful waterfall. When it crashes on rocks, white foam is created, expressing the incredible hidden beauty. When the river silently flows through the valleys, it becomes mysterious and magical. These different things that happen to the river water along its path are all manifestations of its beauty. So too, if we are to make meaning of our odyssey as human beings on this planet, we have to accept that beauty, that whatever happens on our way adds to life's beauty. We view the rocks of our lives with aversion, but let us learn from the river in the eyes of the river. The rocks add nothing but life to it. Human beings would grumble at the falls, errors, mistakes, failures of their lives, but the river seems to get a thrill out of its sudden fall, as though it's saying, "Hold on, here comes another adventure." Or as it strikes the rocks, like a joyous child, it seems to say, "Time to turn into foam again, time to turn into mist this time." The sound of the fall seems to be music to the river's ears. Those who live in fear of rocks are bound to miss the soothing, nurturing sounds that have the potential to create beauty. The river always travels looking for lower ground, seeking to rest in the calmness of the valley. But it has to fall and crash around rocks before it can hope to reach the valley. Without grumbling and complaining, it simply moves on enjoying all the adventures along the way. Our lives are full of steep rocks, falls, unexpected turns, and surprise encounters. Like the river, we have to move on, accepting that our rocks and falls are all part of the journey, part of the beauty of this river of life. Only if we have the determination to move on with that acceptance can we eventually reach the Valley of the Peace, just like that river in Sri Lanka.
You can stay seated for this song. So this is Ho'oponopono. It's a chant. And in Hawaii, they say Ho'oponopono. It means, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. So when we chant this, if there's anything, anyone that you need to send that love and forgiveness, that thanks to, just hold them in your heart. It may be yourself. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you.
I'm sure we're all in our hearts right now. So please join me in welcoming venerable, and veteran, Bhante Wimala. back to CCL.
Yes. So it's nice to be back at CCL. I have been coming here for a very long time, almost 20 years or so. Reverend Carroll used to call me very often and invite me to speak at the church. And sometimes she will call me just the day before or a couple of days earlier. And I said, what should I speak? And she said, come and read a poem, do a short meditation, and say whatever you want, just your presence. We want your presence in the church. We love having you here. So I really appreciate the efforts of Catherine for bringing us all together today. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to read a poem and meditation, and can I offer you my presence today? So keeping the traditions, I'm going to read your poem, and you might have heard this some time ago. I call it Homecoming. But before that, I would like you to just to take a moment to close your eyes. Pay attention to your breathing. Feel the breath. Notice the sensation of the movement of your breath. Breathing in peacefully and consciously. As you breathe out, let your body relax. Each time you breathe out, let your body relax. While consciously breathing, follow the breath to the center of your heart, noticing the gentle rising and falling of your chest. I want you to stay connected to that sensation. The mind is completely consciously aware of the breath, the sensation of the movement of the breath, the expansion of lungs as you breathe in, and stay connected to your breath and listen to this poem that I wrote after a meditation. I call it Homecoming. It is to drink from the cup of wisdom, and for the greatest feast of love, to know who I am in my heart. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to face the illusions of my ego and transcend the limits of my emotions, and to dive deep in the well of compassion. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to bathe in the rays of inner light and to float in the waves of bliss. to know the eternity of a moment. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. It is to wake up in the arms of the universe and to experience the power divine, to dance with the pulse of my life. I have come home to myself. What a glorious homecoming. So stay connected and conscious of your breathing. And take a nice deep breath, and as you slowly release it, relax your chest. And visualize that each time you breathe out, your chest relaxes deeply, and you have a calm, peaceful connection with yourself. Now breathe in and follow the breath into the center of your chest. Notice the rhythmic rising and falling of your chest. And each time you breathe out, relax your chest. Relax. Pay attention to the abdomen. Notice how the abdominal muscles gently rise and fall each time you breathe in and out. Breathing in, bring in a little extra air, and as you breathe out, relax the abdominal muscles. I want you to simply visualize that when you breathe out, let go of any stress, tension, or pressure from there. So the abdominal muscles relax deeply and you feel lighter. Relax. Pay attention to your face. Notice the facial muscles, the eyelids, eyebrows. Taking a nice deep breath, as you breathe out, visualize that your facial muscles begin to change and they relax. Relax. Relax your face muscles each time you breathe out. Relax. Are you deeply conscious of each breath? Do you feel the sensation of the movement of your breath? Are you in harmony with your breath? Each time you breathe out, I want you to think, my mind is calm. Visualize that your mind slows down when the breath flows in. When you breathe out, feel the body. Notice the whole body let the body relax. Breathing in, the mind slows down. Breathing out, the body relaxes. With each breath, allow the body to relax more deeply as you breathe out. Notice the body and feel the body. The body can sense your thoughts. Cells respond to your thoughts. So think the word relax and let the body feel it. Allow the cells to relax and release any stress and tension from the body. When the body relaxes, the mind naturally slows down. So breathing in, the mind slows down. And breathing out, the body relaxes deeply. Relax. Try this for a minute. Try to go deeper. Allow the body to relax more deeply each time you breathe out. Now have the awareness of your breath brought your mind into a calm place. Are you at ease with yourself as you breathe in consciously and mindfully? And breathing in, we're going to remember few natural strengths and spiritual virtues we hold within us that we need to nurture, we need to express, we need to cultivate. First, as you breathe in, you remember, as a human being, one of the gifts of human consciousness, the potential to become a kind person, the potential to be kind is always within you. Whenever you connect with the kindness, feel and express that kindness, it brings you happiness naturally. It is a source of happiness that you carry within you. So breathing in, you remember who you are in your heart and spirit. One simple virtue that can make a difference in your lives and difference in the lives of others who are around you. you need to cultivate. So remember, I'm kind. I accept the kindness in my heart. I'm a kind person. I accept the kindness in my heart. Kindness is not necessarily for others. Kindness is a way to slowly drift into the harmonious energy that gives you happiness. Kind people are pleasant and attractive. Kindness can come from your eyes and words and touch. So breathing in, remember, one of the spiritual virtues you need to cultivate to find happiness in your life. When you are kind, when you bring kindness to a conflict, you don't need words. The reconciliation naturally happens. When your kindness is flowing from a genuine place, with that genuine kindness, if you look into the eyes of somebody you have conflict with, there is a resolution that comes from it, because you feel a connection that disregards, that overcome the intensity of negativity of the past. So breathing in to your heart, and remember and recognize genuine kindness, when cultivated, become a solution for many conflicts. Reconciliation is effortless. It becomes a natural process. It gives you the strength to move beyond past, connect with the energy in the present moment that radiate from our hearts and spirits. Come to a place of respect and appreciation, and recognize the flaws and weaknesses, and forgive. So breathe in consciously and mindfully. Notice in this moment again, are you conscious of your breath? Are you feeling the energy of your breath? Do you notice the sensation of the movement of your breath? And we recognize another spiritual virtue, that can free us from our suffering and unhappiness. Our ability to be loving and the potential that we carry within us to be able to love. Breathing into your heart and visualizing warmth within you, I want you to think, I'm a loving person, I appreciate and I accept the potential within me to become a loving person. Breathing in, just keep repeating that with each breath. I accept the potential within me to become a loving person. So breathing in, consciously recognize. Love can heal everything. A loving person is a happy person. When love is present, the past conflict, the pain from the past, the disturbances from the past, all can be healed and move into light. In that moment, the reconciliation, the connection that we experience is pure, harmonious. So breathing in consciously and mindfully, remember power within you. Reconciliation is about coming to the spiritual strengths within you. Relating to difficult situations and people from that place of conscious awareness. I'm a loving person. And you think I'm a loving person, I want you to really remind yourself, you're not lying. You're gently remembering who you are. Maybe you haven't known it for a while. Maybe your problems have buried it deep in your pain or unhappiness or confusions. But it's always there, waiting to be awakened and expressed. So breathing in, I'm a loving person. I appreciate, I accept the loving nature within you. Loving nature within you. Now breathing in consciously and mindfully, again, I don't want you to lose the connection with your breath, because that is your life energy that carries the wisdom. So feel connected, tune in more deeply to the breath. Notice the sensation of the movement of your breath. As you breathe in, I want you to recognize another spiritual essence or potential that you carry within you. That is the natural energy of happiness. Happiness is always there. We call it inner happiness. When the mind enters into a state of calmness, you are at peace. And there is contentment and fulfillment. There you find happiness. So breathing in consciously and mindfully, I'm a happy person. I feel inner happiness in this moment. When you do that, I want you to gently smile. And gently smile as though you are connecting with the energy in your heart, and your breath conveys that energy and carries into your mind, and you feel the facial muscles changing. And you're accepting that happiness within you. So breathing in, constantly repeat with each breath, I'm accept the inner happiness, I'm accepting. I'm consciously connecting with the energy of happiness that I have within me. Now, as you breathe in consciously with the gentle smile in your face, I want you to remember again, reconciliation happens not with words always, but with a genuine gesture, a genuine smile, smile from your heart, can block out the flow of negativity from the others, so that that moment is the harmonious moment that you come together. So breathe in peacefully and consciously. Use this resource, use this energy, the potential you carry within you. Don't need to get stuck in verbal arguments constantly. Don't need even apologies. That genuine place within you that you always carry. Let a smile flow. You know you mean, and that respectful connection that you feel, and the appreciation that you feel. We should always refuse to hold negativity that caused pain in the past, carry it into our future unconsciously, blindly hold on to them and allow them to drag our lives in pain. That's not fair. That's not just. That's not a good way to treat yourself. So breathe in consciously and mindfully. Recognize this potential. Again, feel the smile in your heart and appreciate your life, and know the happiness is the absence of negativity. Happiness is the absence of inner conflicts. Happiness is the absence of anger and bitterness. So now you have a good reason to try your best to let go of those things and use the powers that you have within you to make choices and decisions every day. So you take care of yourself and you become stronger. You refuse to hold on to negative thoughts, feelings, or emotions. They are no good. There's no use. You can do without them. So breathing in consciously and mindfully. Now I want you to bring your palms together and put it in the center of your chest. And feel as though this is the way that you feel a respectful, positive connection with yourself. Remind yourself that honoring, respecting, appreciating your life is your main goal in this life. So feel peacefully connected to yourself. And as you feel, take a moment to appreciate the blessings that are part of your life Know that you are blessed in millions, more than billions of people. You have every reason to be happy and peaceful and live in harmony. Nobody can do it for you. So breathing in consciously and mindfully. Now with a gentle smile, you greet yourself and gently bow, and knowing that you are in harmony with yourself and you are in harmony with everybody in this community today. And you walk away from here feeling that sense of harmony with yourself and sense of harmony with everybody in this community. I'm going to say a chant and bless you all. May you find that sense of resolution. May you find peace and harmony in your life. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha buddhanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha dhammanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabha mangalam rakhantu sabha devata sabha sanghanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Please repeat after me. Sadhu. 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 You can open the eyes when you're ready. Thank you. So, is there a clock or something about time? Again, it's very nice to be here. I hope you can hear me well. Is it okay? Yeah? And when I was a young monk in Sri Lanka, you know, I became a monk when I was 14 years old. You can see now I'm 67. So, most of my life I have been a monk, and when I'm 14 years old, you know, teenagers, I was not an easy teenager. And there was some rebelliousness as well. But what is interesting is one of our teachers used to tell us a story often to tell us the importance of self-transformation and raising spiritual awareness to make a difference in the world. How we could change or influence the change in the world by changing ourselves. So he told us the story about a jigsaw puzzle. The young monks couldn't understand that if you change yourself, you can make this world better. So the teacher brought in a puzzle. On one side, there was a map of the world. So you break it into pieces and put it on the table and asked to put the world together. For young people, that's not simple and easy. They're struggling, complaining, they're frustrated. And the teacher says, yes, we understand. And they take the puzzle and turn it around. Turn it the other side. On the other side, there was a human being, a picture of a human being. So the students very easily put it together. Now all the pieces are together nicely. You can see the human being. And then gently turn around, and there is a perfect world on the other side. When a human being becomes perfect, the world becomes perfect. That was a lesson. And we all are concerned about the issues and the problems and the conflicts in the world, especially changes. We all get involved emotionally, negatively, but very often we tend to forget ourselves. The work we need to do to be on the other side of that jigsaw puzzle. And the spiritual journey is about being on the other side of that spiritual that jigsaw puzzle. Putting yourself together, bringing yourself together, nurturing yourself as a human being. You're contributing to a better world. And there are two aspects to it. One, me here and the world out there. And in that, if you all walk in today here with a gentle smile in your mind, on your face, and kindness in your heart, knowing that this is a sacred space, you're coming here to connect in harmony, connect with peace, respect and honor each other's journeys, beliefs, views. And share time together. If all of you came here with a smile and respect for one another, this world will be a world with smiles. If you came here together not expecting other people to be kind, because that doesn't work, because everybody expects the others to become kind. So the problem that we all have is that we have a tendency to expect others to be different. And then we get disappointed and we become worse than them. So, if this world is in harmony, if each one of has to be in harmony, when each one of you have kindness in your heart, if you radiate that kindness, each one of you, this will be an harmonious community. It's not about others doing it, it's about you doing it and participating it and making it happen within you. And another aspect of that jigsaw puzzle, when you think about the other side, the world and human being, that is me, it's also relate to the inner world. Although we experience this world physically, ultimately we are constantly engaged in an inner world. Our world is within us. And so, in order to, when that inner world is chaotic, when that inner world is in conflict, when the pieces are don't fitting together, when that inner world, when your inner world is negatively charged, when your inner world is conscious, unconscious, you experience a lot of pain and suffering. So it's about putting pieces together in order to get your inner world in harmony. And the tendency very often is not to question your own intentions, feelings, thoughts, and emotions or views, but to get entangled in the issues, challenges, difficulties, views, and conflict in the outside world. So, it's important then for all of us, if I were to release the negative charge that you carry within you, if you were to resolve the conflict that you hold within you, if you want to remove chaos and find peace that you have within you, you need to return to yourself and find a way to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness. More you get to know yourself, in a state of tranquility and peace of your own mind, more you find strength and inner wisdom to live your life in harmony without getting drawn into the conflicts that are existing out there that never ends. It's always there. You know, I have come here in 1984, and I lived most of the time when I was here. I lived in the US. I lived among American people. That's why I feel like home, you know. Sometimes I'm among all of you. I forget that my color of the skin is different because I lived among American people, white, blacks, Asians, everybody. But most of the Sri Lankan monks are attached to their Sri Lankan community or temple, and I never was like that. And so, I have seen the people, like I remember that Ronald Reagan was president, and then, Bush and son, and like the other second W. Bush, and then Clinton and Obama, and all now Clinton, but now Biden. What I have seen is that in most of the election times, people take sides, it's normal, but there are a lot of people who are scared of change, who are worried that the whole United States will fall apart, who are angry because they didn't get the person that they wanted to be in the White House or in Parliament, in the Congress or wherever. And looking back, I have seen, because I was among people, I have seen almost every election cycle. Looking at those people, and I think that these people have lost a lot of time and they have suffered for nothing. It's interesting how we get negatively charged and allow that negativity to hurt us, and we all cause pain and suffering to ourselves. And so I try to tell people, well, this cycle also will pass, like everything else. But look at yourself. Look at your state of mind. Are you going to waste so much time to torture yourself for not happening what you want to happen, and almost like punishing yourself for it and being miserable and unhappy? Is it a smart thing to do? Is it a wise thing to do? And we need to really return to ourselves. And very often, I like to look at things positively, not in a naive way, but find good and find positive things. And very often, people have a tendency to get stuck in their negativities. It is unbelievable what you see sometimes. And if you hate one leader, regardless of the president, current one, or the past one, it doesn't matter. What you are miserable about is not him or her, because of, Kamala was lost the election. So it's not because of him or her. It is the dark image that you are holding in your mind. And longer you dwell in that darkness and negativity, darker it becomes and heavier that becomes in your mind. To a point, there are many people who are not willing to release their darkness, free them from their negativity, and have a fresh and new positive perspective. At least say, let's wait and see. But a lot of people who are stuck in those dark images in their own mind very often have one mission. What is the mission? After a certain point, they can't heal it because they live to suffer from it. They want to carry it in them. They don't want to let it go. They don't want to release it. They don't want to change their perspective. They are stuck in it. Because of that, there is one mission that they always have in their mind. Infect others with their negativity. Try to convince everybody that what they feel is right. And not only that, in that effort, very often, if you have a positive, different perspective, either you become an enemy, or they walk away from you, or they attack you. This happens very often. Not only in political situations. Look at a marriage, for example. When a marriage starts to fall apart, sometimes wife and husband come to sit down with me and we talk. And the wife carries a complete 100% dark image of the husband. And the husband carries complete 100% dark image of the wife. You can't talk. Their feelings, their thoughts, their intentions are all influenced by the energy of the dark image that they hold within them. After a certain point, they can't move out of that dark image. They're not capable of moving out of that. So it's very important for you to realize and recognize that if you choose political views, it is okay. But look at yourself and to see whether you're suffering or why are you suffering. And take time to look at yourself, as you said, change yourself positively and harmoniously and move beyond the perspective that you're holding just for the sake of yourself. For the sake of yourself. Whether you suffer or not, the world will go on. Whether you suffer or not, they will be who they are. Whether you suffer or not, the world will be what it is. But you don't have to suffer to correct the world or contribute something positive. But unfortunately, when people are deeply stuck in negative emotional views, the attachment to their views, they are not willing or able to change themselves. So I think it is very important for each one of you to think the ways that you can cultivate self-awareness and take time every day to look at yourself, be with yourself, and reflect and to see whether you can do something to change. In Buddhism, we talk about 4 ways to overcome our mental struggles, unnecessary negativities. We call Sangvara, Pahana, Bhavana, and Anurakana. Sangvara means the discipline that you have, and you choose to not to allow, not to repeat. It's almost like resistance. So when I go to some houses, recently I was visiting some friends, and I know their political views, and I know that they are disappointed if I don't believe it or all that. I said very clearly, I want to have a positive environment, and let's not talk about politics, which is Sangbara, which means that we respect our friendships, but we don't need to be in conflict because of the political views. And it is, it is important for you to really try your best to prevent your mind being influenced by the negativity of others when you know that there is no use of it. And if you can't talk, it will be at least better to withdraw a little bit. It's called prevention. And preventing your mind getting polluted by others' views or beliefs, preventing your mind getting polluted from others' negative emotions. And so you can try your best all the time to think that when you listen to a negative story of somebody, how deeply you feel. You get absorbed into that negativity. And the second one, we call it pahana. Release what you're holding. But if you decide to wake up tomorrow morning and say that your political views are completely balanced, whatever has happened in this country is what it is, and I'm not allowing that to disturb me, and my mind is free, I honor my peace, I'm happy with myself, and I want to try my best to share something good with the people who are around me. So you have to decide to move beyond certain thoughts and feelings. You need to make decisions, and you have to make choices. It's very important. Bhavana, and that is to relax and look at it and observe and ask questions about your mental state. Evaluate your beliefs or negativity or your feelings so that you can guide them, you can restructure them, or you can change them consciously. The first one is called anurakkhana. We try to protect whatever goodness that you have to protect it, you have to nurture it, you have to revisit them very often. So I hope that you will find, as I said, sometimes just the smile is what requires for changes to happen, and do not undermine your power that you have and the potential that you hold within you to make a difference in your lives. And when you do that, naturally, others are going to be influenced by your energy, your presence, your thoughts, your words, your actions. And that is how we try to walk this world better. And that is the best reconciliation that you can do, that you know it is an effortless way to do it. So I want to wish you success, and I know that there are questions apparently some of you have, and we're going to have some questions, and I would be happy to answer them. Yes, thank you.
We'll do the questions. We have a 30-minute after, or do you want to do it now?
It's up to you. You can decide.
We had scheduled the 30 minutes after.
Okay.
Is that okay with
Sure.
you?
Yes.
We have scheduled a 30-minute session, a question and answer session after service is completed with Bhante, and then he'll be off to the airport to travel again. So thank you. So we'll just do the remaining parts of our service in a very brief form so that we can really give emphasis to interaction, personal interaction with questions and answers with Bhante after our service. Thank you so much. Okay. So, yeah.
Thank you, Bhante. If you all want to stand, let's sing I Release. As we release those negative emotions and everything that needs to go today. Just be joining me on the chorus if you're not familiar. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the love of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. And now I can see if you're feeling discouraged, juggle the dust and just gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I am only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I am only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Thank you.
Offertory part of our service, and I'm going to keep it really brief and just say thank you for your presence here. Just thank you for being part of our beautiful community, and just a reminder that our life is a circle of giving and of receiving, and we are here today just loving each other and giving forth of our deep inner heart in so many ways. Thank you.
Please join me in reading the offertory blessing found in your bulletin. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive.
Thank you, Mark.
I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Expressing gratitude and deep appreciation and love for these blessings and these tithes that are given forth from the heart of our community, from each and every one of us, knowing that these gifts radiate out into the world. They are expressions of our deep love for ourselves and for each other. And in that gratitude and appreciation, please join with me in saying thank you, and so it is.
Thank you. So it is.
So normally we have a list of announcements, and I'm keeping it very brief today because we really want to get back to conversation with Bhante. So first of all, I do want to mention some thank yous. First, to Bhante himself, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today and sharing this deep wisdom of how to live from the heart. There's always something interesting going on with the sound here. All right. Bhante brought some angels with him today also, so I just want to thank Susan Fati, who really has helped me in so many ways to set this sacred space for Bhante, and Chris Sandy sitting behind Bhante, who came here bright and early this morning and set up Bhante's tea. Thank you so much. Ginger, of course. One of the things I love about Ginger is she seems to always know what the speaker is going to say weeks before that person arrives. So she did it again today. Thank you, Ginger. Very intuitive musical inspiration. And all the many of you who were here early this morning setting this beautiful space. Jane and Bob setting all the tables and just setting up everything. Our media team, who is ever dedicated to really creating peaceful vibrations in this space. Keith and our team leader, Marty, and we've got Wayne on Zoom. And we have a new friend here today, Angelo, who is volunteering his time. And a friend of Ginger's came as well, Roz, very unexpectedly, so thank you. We're greatly appreciative, greatly. There's a whole list of people I could be thanking here. Reverend Paul, of course, sitting here holding consciousness, and Reverend Catherine and Reverend Ken are on Zoom this morning, moderating our community there. Reverend Ken is also doubling on pastoral support. And Jody, thank you so much for your reading and for the altar, the beautiful altar as well. Jody is multitasking this morning. Michelle was here early as well on refreshments, which we will serve, by the way, after Bhante's question and answer session. And I think I covered everybody. I hope I did. Okay, great. Just many thanks for your gifts this week for Giving Tuesday. I don't have numbers on that, but I just want to express my thanks, and next week we'll be more collected about that. And just two reminders, we are having a Christmas Eve service this year. It will be on December 24th, which is Tuesday evening from 7 to 8. And the next day, Christmas Day, is also the first day of Hanukkah. So we will be incorporating a celebration of that as well this year. And just a reminder, we are taking collections for Sisterhood, and I see Kathy Milano is here, and she is organizing that drive, as she does every year. So if you'd like to give gifts of money or toys or clothing, you can check Kathy's website or touch base with her directly, or call our office, call the CCL office. Okay, so the schedule now is we're completing the service, so we'll circle up. And then those of you who need to leave, we invite you to leave then at that point. And those of you who would like to stay and commune further with Bhante, if you would come up to the front of the room, and Bhante will engage with you in questions and answers. And then after Bhante leaves, which we think will be around noontime, we'll have our refreshments and our fellowship hour. So let's all circle up. Thank you.
Oh, I like when the circle stretches around the room. All right, if you haven't been here in a while, we kind of snazzed this up, so put a swing on the peace song. You ready? The circle is closed. All right. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is
us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
So let's take a nice deep breath and breathe in this consciousness, this love, this peace. Giving thanks for Bhante's expression of the divine, for Bhante's love, his support, his kindness. Give thanks for all of us being here together in love, in peace. Giving thanks for this beautiful life that we live. Giving thanks for this wonderful week after this beautiful talk of Bhante, lifting us up, carrying us through this next week, knowing that we are one with all that is, that the divine is completely supporting us, and knowing this beautiful week ahead, that we live it full out and from that space of love. And in this love we say, and so it is.
Okay, let's affirm our truth. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings. Life is in all of my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
Share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And I accept it.
How do I accept it?
Just the way it is.
And saying that, we say, thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Say yes.
Yes.